her sorrow? She hasn't got any sorrow. It's all her fancy, that. What a curious creature.
What curious manners. But I don't suppose you had many lessons in manners?
Manners I taught in lessons. That shows all you know about it.
It's the very first lesson you had in school. The master was most heard of. We called him Tortoise.
Why did you call him Tortoise when he wasn't one?
We called him Tortoise because he taught us. Really, you are very dull.
Well, what have you to learn besides manners?
The different branches of arithmetic. Ambition, distraction, uglification, and derision.
How many hours a day? 10 the first day, 9 the second, 8 the third, and so on. What a curious plan.
That's why they're called lessons, because they lesson from day to day. Anyone might know that.
Well, how did you manage the 11th day?
We danced the lobster quadrille.
I never heard of a lobster quadrille.
I don't suppose she could dance it with us.
I believe I can, if you showed me the steps. I took a private dance class from Saturday. Let's begin.
Will you walk a little faster, said a whitey to a snail? There's a porpoise close behind us and he's treading on my tail. See how eagerly the lobsters and the turtles all advance. They are waiting on a shingle, won't you come and join the dance? Will you, won't you, won't you, won't you, won't you join the dance? Will you, won't you, won't you, won't you, won't you?
There's no use going on with her. She's not good for anything at all.
Would not, could not join the dance. Would not, could not join the dance.
He stepped on my toes and got in my way. I wouldn't dance the lobster quadrille for anything in the world.
Did you say wouldn't or couldn't?
I said wouldn't, but I'm afraid I meant couldn't.
I thought you did.
No how. Contrary-wise.
I know what you're thinking, but it isn't so. No how. Contrary-wise, if it was so, it might be, and if it weren't so, it could be. But as it isn't, it ain't. That's logic.
I was thinking, I know who you are. Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
You've become wrong! The first thing in a visit is to say how you do and shake hands.
You see, I can dance when it's a sensible dance.
Did you think you couldn't?
Well, things have been so clear lately. Everything I do is wrong.
What sort of thing?
Well, poetry.
Do you like poetry?
Yes, when I know what it means.
What sounds clever? The trouble is, not everything that sounds clever is clever. No how. Contrary-wise.
We must find out.
Is she stupid or does she only seem stupid? We'll try her on a poem. Which one shall we recite? The walrus and the carpenter's the longest. It has illustrations!
Is it sort of an examination?
To see whether you're clever or...
Dear. Do you like illustrations? Oh yes, the picture's the best part of the book.
Look behind you!
Oh, what's it about?
The walrus and the carpenter. They were walking along the seashore and they got very hungry. And they remembered the oysters lived by the sea. Now comes the first part of the examination. We'll recite the poem. If you're clever, you can tell when we come to the picture. If you're stupid, you can't. How? Contrary-wise.
Well, begin.
along the briny beach. We cannot go with more than 4 to give a hand to each.
You haven't come to the picture yet?
How, Caroline?
4 young oysters hurried up all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet.
The shoes are here, but you haven't come to the picture yet because there are more than 4.
No, how, Caroline? 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore.
I think you must be nearly there. I'm going to listen very carefully.